InsideThunder.com. Powered by Wheeler Whitlock Insurance.
Clay, Myron Patton to your left here. Myron Patton, KOKH, Fox 25. Are you surprised the way these two games have gone here? You guys have not had a stretch like this in maybe in a long time. And also, is their length bothering you? Because you had 21 turnovers. It seemed like they got a lot of deflections and just hands on basketballs tonight.
I'm very surprised. I would be lying to you if I wasn't. I mean, it did bother us tonight, like you said. Uncharacteristic game for us, too many turnovers. Lucky for us, we're going home and just got to get that win at home and go from there. I mean, just get back what we do best, and that's just playing with great energy on the defensive end and moving that ball on the offensive end. I know we'll show up, and obviously it's a long ways from over. That's what our mindset is, and just take care of, one possession at a time, get our rest tomorrow, and go from there.
Hey, Clay. Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press, Democrat. After Game 3, the thought with most of the people on your team seemed to be it wasn't really what the Thunder was doing to take things away from you, was that you guys hadn't played well. Do you still feel that way after this game, or are you concerned that they do present some matchup problems for you guys?
I mean, obviously a little bit of both. You can't discredit what they did. I mean, they used their length, forced us into probably half those turnovers we made tonight. Other than that, we just weren't as sure with the balls we should have been. I think we did have success there in the second half of spreading them out and get to the rim. And, we did take one positive is we did limit them to 46 points in the second half. So if we watch the film and know what we did right, we'll be in a good position. And lucky for us, we're so great at home that this really sucks right now. And it's a terrible feeling to not even get one here. But we just got to play with desperation, like our lives are on the line on Thursday, and go from there.
Clay, Monty Poole, CSN Bay Area. You guys, one of the reasons why you guys haven't lost 2 games in a row all season is because you guys are pretty good at self-correcting. After the last game you lost, you talked about maybe getting those things right. What did you want to do tonight that you just weren't able to do?
I mean, we have 40 assists. That's a positive, but is that right? Nope, never mind, 15. Sheesh, way off. So we did not do we needed another too low of a number. I mean, we did miss some easy shots. I mean, I know HB had a corner 3 that he makes 65% of the time to put us down 6 to go in the 4th. That would have been, I mean, just moments like that, hopefully. But it's not on him, it's on all of us. And we just, got to stick to the game plan and play like we were the world champions on Thursday instead of, feels like we're kind of timid out there to start the game. And when we were threatened, we started playing great defense. So we're threatened now, so we got to play like that from the jump on Thursday.
Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. Clay, Westbrook, obviously big stats tonight, but what about his game most troubles you that you guys will need to get reversed if you want to slow him down?
He did have a really good game, all-around game, but, Durant and Westbrook, they're going to get their numbers. We can't have their role players, going, Roberson had a big impact, him going 7 or 12, Ibaka, Waiters, we can't have them killing us. We got to limit them in their production. But he was just a problem in the passing lanes, and we didn't use his aggressiveness to our advantage. We let him disrupt too many possessions with his playing the passing lanes and stuff. We got to make him pay for when he gambles, and we'll try and make the adjustment Thursday.
Tim Calicali, Mercury News. Clay, you obviously got red hot there in the third quarter. What happened? Was it just you feeling hot, or were you getting better shots? And also, were you a little surprised to come out when you picked up the 4th foul in the middle of all that?
It was. I just told myself, I wasn't very assertive in that first half, and we're not going to go very far if I don't push myself to be aggressive. And I just told myself, just have one of those quarters. I mean, we're already down so much. Why not just go out there and start gunning? And if you make a couple quick shots, keep being aggressive. I'm going to try and carry that same aggressiveness on Thursday night from the jump, and just try and get to the rim as much as possible and find my teammates and just be a problem that way. I wasn't that surprised, though. We were only down 8 or 10 when I came out. I mean, that's 3-4 buckets for us, and I know we could make that run the fourth. We just, coach was trying to preserve my time, and I understand where he's coming from.
Clay, Eric G, 107.7 The Franchise here in Oklahoma City. Draymond says after the game that he feels like he's the reason the team lost, and it's been a rough couple of days for him. What are you guys saying to him right now to keep him emotionally in check and involved for the next game?
Just to be himself. I mean, he's gotten us here. He was a huge part of our success this year, and we just need to play like, Draymond, that, like get that dog from him, and he will. He's a very accountable player. Obviously, he's been off the last 2 nights. That happens. Lucky for us, it's the first of 4, and things are looking pretty grim right now, but at the end of the day, we're going home, and we know what we got to do. And, I mean, Draymond's our vocal leader. He knows what he's got to do, so I expect him to bounce back in the great way, just like everybody else on our team, man. We're going to play desperate, and we're going to play with, like I said, desperation.
Steph, why has Andre Robertson been able to get so loose on you guys? He had a career-high 17 tonight.
They made some great adjustments, getting him to the right spots on the floor, and he's obviously finishing plays in the paint and making some timely, baskets. We got to look at the film to figure out where our rotations are and things like that, but, he's doing his job.
Michelle Steele, ESPN. Steph over here on your left. Obviously a very frustrating night for you, but how would you describe your energy level in tonight's game?
Thought it was better than last game, but obviously not enough. Second half, we did a good job of fighting back, keeping it somewhat close, and giving ourselves a chance, to start the fourth quarter. But we allowed them to get their momentum back and keep their crowd in it. And, they made some timely baskets, and it was just a tough night. So, this is a tough situation to be in, but the series isn't over. And in our locker room, it's obviously frustration, trying to figure out how we can get back to being ourselves. And we have an opportunity to do that on Thursday. So, excited about that.
Monty Poole, CSN Bay Area. Steph, you guys have been really good at self-correcting over the course of this year. You had no back-to-back losses until tonight. All the things you guys talked about coming into this game, what were you not able to correct, and how much of it was what they were doing that kept you from correcting things?
I think it was turnovers in the second quarter that once again stalled our offense and then fueled their transition. And there was that 3-minute stretch in the second quarter where it's close, and then you look up and it's a double-digit deficit. So a lot of that was on me, not controlling the situation well. Obviously, I want to make more shots, but more than that, being patient on the offensive end. I'll be better and understand the moment in those situations where the momentum can swing either way, and the last 2 games has gotten away from us. And a lot of that falls on my shoulders and playing better.
Steph. Ron Krejcik from the San Francisco Chronicle. Physically, how did you feel tonight? Better than the other day? Still hampered at all by your injuries, or was that a factor at all?
No, I'm fine.
Diamond Young Barry News Group. Steph, a lot of missed shots, deflections off passes. How much of that was OKC's defense, and how much of that was you put it on yourself a little bit as well? And I think Steve maybe called out kind of one of the early shots as well.
Our shot selection was pretty good today. We just, missed some, especially early, including myself. I had a terrible start to the game, and shots that I normally make got to the paint, missed some layups. It just wasn't, my night to start. Obviously, with Clay in foul trouble, he got going in the second half and kept us in it and really gave us a spark. But all that has to, they had a certain game plan. We know what they're good at, using their athleticism and their length, and a couple bad decisions and a little bit of impatience. That's pretty much, it. So once again, I'll be better.
Hey, Steph. Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. You mentioned some of the missed layups. You had more than we're accustomed to seeing. Was that just you having an off night, or how much of that had to do with their length inside?
No, I just missed them. I mean, I didn't have to really alter my shot much. I got around the bigs, got in the paint, slipped off my hand the wrong way, and missed them. It's a terrible night to have that happen. And at the end of the day, those are shots that I'm confident taking, and I was able to get to the right spots on the floor. I just got to finish.
Jeremy Gray, KADS, Elk City. Steph, do you believe that the assignment of guarding Russell Westbrook has affected you on your offensive end?
No. We just got to play better.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman Staff. Rough night for Draymond. He didn't play well early, several careless turnovers. You think he was affected by the events of the last 2 days, and what do you need to do to get him going?
He's a very mentally strong guy. I'm sure it was a stressful 48 hours for him, not knowing what the decision is going to be, and then dealing with those emotions coming into tonight, and trying to help our team win. He talked to some of the guys in the locker room afterwards about how he was feeling and what you don't need to worry about him going into the next game, that we're gonna he's gonna figure it out. That kind of goes for everybody in the locker room. We all individually need to step it up. There's no other option right now. So I believe in every single one of these guys in the locker room that we can figure it out, and the time is now to do it.
Brian Brinkley, KFOR-TV, Oklahoma City. Kind of following up that answer, you haven't had a lot of adversity the last couple of seasons. You're down 3-1 here, backs against the wall. What's your feeling about how your team responds from here on out?
We had a little bit last year, down 2-1 twice in the playoffs and won 3 in a row both times. Obviously, tonight was that moment where we could have gained control of the series back. We let it slip. They came out and played well and did what they're supposed to do. Series isn't over, though. Long way to go. We obviously know what we need to do, but it starts on Thursday. You got to protect home court and then figure out how you win in this building. You can't get to Game 6, obviously, without figuring out how we're going to protect home court and bring our A-plus game, because nothing else will get it done.
Ethan Strauss, ESPN. You mentioned the messages that Draymond was giving your teammates. Is there anything in particular after the game that you were telling them?
Series isn't over. We got to believe in ourselves. It's obviously frustration. It's a terrible feeling. Once again, not stepping up and being ourselves and playing our game, but I think we're a special team that this isn't how we're going to go out. So we're going to figure out, how we can take care of these next 48 minutes on Thursday, and then we'll talk again.
Hey, Russ, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman right here. Your game tonight, obviously both ends of the court, but what were you most pleased with about the way you played tonight and how you impacted this game?
Just my energy. A lot of guys chipped in tonight, not just myself. I thought Andre was a big key for us tonight. Just making plays and doing different things that doesn't come up in the stat sheets. But I just thought my energy was good tonight.
Barry Tremmel with the Oklahoma. Kevin, a lot of emotion in the building because of Draymond Green. The crowd was into it way before tip-off, those kinds of things. Did you guys have to worry about your emotions and playing within yourself and keeping things at a cool level? And also with that, late in the game, you got a block on Green late. Game was pretty much over. You celebrated with a pretty emphatic fist pump. Was that because of the victory or because that was Draymond?
Well, we didn't, I'm trying to answer this question the right way, but, in practice yesterday and shoot around this morning, we wasn't focused on what, happened, with the kick and all that stuff. We were just trying to focus on having a good practice, having a good shoot around, having a winning mindset. And, so all that stuff didn't affect us. And we knew our crowd was going to be into it a little bit more because of what happened. But we didn't, we try not to think about that. We just try to focus on us. And I think at the end of the game, you get a block, man. Those are, just good plays. And I'm just excited about it, just trying to play with passion every chance I get.
Dean Blevins, CBS, Oklahoma City. Guys, you two are doing your part, but how satisfied are you to see Serge taking it to another level? And the same with Andre Robertson. His stat sheet is just ridiculous.
These guys have been doing it all season long, not just tonight, just in this series, but all season long. We constantly got to keep trusting in those guys, and those guys just came through. They put in the work every day. And tonight was one of those nights where it showed, and we definitely gonna continue to trust him, and we're gonna need everybody to get where we need to get to.
Royce Young, ESPN.com. Russ, in the third quarter, Clay had kind of that eruption, scored 19 points. You seem to really just kind of take the game over and just kind of relentlessly attack. You've done that sort of thing a lot throughout your career. Is there a moment where just something clicks and you just say, I just got to go just force the ball in the bucket? I just try to read the game. They made a few shots, and I know my energy and my aggression can kind of impact the game, and that's what I try to do, especially in that quarter. When shots wasn't falling for us, to try to attack the basket, using my size and my ability to get to the basket and create some havoc.
Michael Kinney. Kevin, can you just talk about the influence going to the free throw line that especially you had in the first quarter? I think you were 8 for 8, and then the team in general, just winning that type of battle at the free throw line and getting those easy points.
Our thing is just try to get into the paint, just try to be aggressive. And they use their hands really, really well, so we try to use that against them as well. But just being aggressive, man, and I get in a lot of one-on-one situations, and I'm trying to beat the second defender. So, guys are going to be overly aggressive with me. So I just try to, use that against them. And, when I get to the free throw line, I try to knock them down. So it was good that we got easy points. And, we got to continue to try to do that.
Eric G, 1077, The Franchise. Russ, this is for you. How much pressure are you guys feeling to just get this thing over with on Thursday night?
Not no pressure, man. We just go. This game is over now, so on to the next game. Go in and try to find a way to get a win. It's the first team to 4, and we just got to find a way to get a win.
Hello, OKCThunder.com. Kevin, you guys used Andre as basically your center on offense, had him rolling to the rim at the dunker spot. What does it say about him and this team in general to be able to kind of incorporate that into you guys' offense and make it all work and flow in a short period of time?
We just try to make an adjustment. They wasn't guarding him at first, and we can't have him just standing around. And, he did a great job of setting screens. He did a great job of rolling and making plays and finishing and just, being under the rim and, the ball just finding him when he's under the rim and finishing. So we got to be prepared for him to do that again, and he got to be ready to, when he get the ball, be aggressive. So tonight was really good for us.
Brian Brinkley, KFOR, Oklahoma City. Kevin, it seems like you guys are really taking advantage of opportunities very well. Rebounding, getting out off the rebounds, turnovers, turning those into points, fast break. Talk about the efficiency you guys have played with there.
I was just trying to play simple basketball, man, and play with pace. I think tonight we took a step back in the pace area. I think next game we have to be better at trying to get to our sets quicker and make better decisions. But our defensively, we did a good job of just keeping our hands up, trying to make them score over us. And so that's the name of the game for us. But, we try to get, we got to move a little faster on the offensive end next game if we want to have a chance to win.
Tim Bontemps from the Washington Post. For both of you guys, how has your relationship with Billy grown over the course of the seasons? You guys have got a chance to get to know him and get to work with him over the last few months.
It's definitely gotten better. Obviously, with the change, we all had to adjust, and I think we both put a lot of work and a lot of different time in meeting him and meeting us and trying to find ways to kind of make sure everything works out. And I think it's been great. He's done a great job of just listening to us, and we've done a great job of listening to him, and it's been a great relationship.
Hey, Russell. Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press, Democrat. Do you take any special satisfaction or get any more hyped when you're going one-on-one against the league's MVP? And other part of that issue, does Steph Curry look right to you physically right now?
I play every game like it's my last, regardless of who's in front of me. And that's my job. And my job is to worry about my team and go out and run my team, and that's all I do.
Taking the Will from Sena.com, taking a 3-1 lead. How can you talk about your level of confidence right now?
I think we're in a good place, but like I said, this game is over. You got to move on to the next game. Every game is different. Try to find ways to see where we can get better. Like Kevin said, we played a little slower. Parts of the game, they made it run. But I think we get back to the drawing board and figure out what we need to do to close it out.
Myron Patton, Fox 25. This is for both of you guys. How much do you think the fact that you guys, your length is bothering them? They had 21 turnovers. Seemed like you got a lot of hands on basketball tonight, deflections, things of that nature.
That's what we try to use to our advantage. We got, we big for our positions, from point guard to the center. So, using our length is what we try to, emphasize throughout the whole year. And, I think guys doing a good job of just, they like to pass the ball freely and they like to move freely. So just trying to be physical and trying to get our hands on some basketballs and try to get some deflections. I think that helps.
Russ, what'd you think of Steven's baseball pass? He throws you some of those in practice sometimes.
Did a great job, man. Steven's a great passer. He's made some big time passes, especially when the shot clock's going down. He has the ball in the middle of the plane. They practice on that stuff in practice with the bigs, and he did a great job of making some passes tonight.